I'm Scott L. Miller. It is the 13th of January, 2023. This is my vlog of daily life in Leon, Nicaragua. It is Friday, and it is a very, very busy day with work and everything else. But one thing I did get to do today, and I am so thankful for, is I got a chance to get out and do some walking and hiking and get some videos for you guys. But really quick, before we get into what's going on with my hiking for the day, I'm recording this in the future on Sunday because I got a chance to go out and do a bunch of cool filming. I'm hoping that the audio is good because I'm experimenting with the microphone being way up. You can kind of see it there. Hopefully that works out. And I'm walking through western Sutiava. I am just west of the Puente Arlencillo, which is the bridge over the small waterway here. And there is a number of interesting housing out here. Now I'm going to turn around. The bridge is just there. The cars just came over it. And then the little creek that goes under is flowing north-ish here on this side of the road. So this is this beautiful deep forest on the one side. And then there is this city bus. And then there is this housing on the other side. And what's interesting about the housing along this stretch is that all of it, or almost all of it, is right on the road. It's only on the south side, but they've made this extra little bypass road so people can get in and out of their driveways and park without being on the main road, because this is Nicaragua 14 heading out to the beach from Leon. So while there isn't a ton of people on this, there is a bit of traffic and you do have to keep it moving. So they've done this, and it's actually a really nice area. And so you get some pretty cool houses out here. And this is where people who want to live a little bit outside the city but want a pretty nice place to live go for. And these tend to be pretty affordable. We came out and looked at one for Alan a year ago almost, and I think it's one of the ones that's actually right behind me. It was a little bit bigger. Now it was the exact same style, exact same layout as my house in La Barrio. You guys have not seen a full rundown on my La Barrio house as of yet. Today is Friday, but the video coming up on Sunday is going to have it, because I did a full walkthrough of it in the future. So stay tuned for 2 days and you're going to get to see that. But one of those houses over there is exactly the same, but it has a pool in it instead of the open space in the middle. And they normally rent for $450 a month, and it's a 4-bedroom. It's slightly larger than mine, and then it has a separate laundry area, so it's actually a bit bigger. And it's actually the size of mine plus the rental units next to it combined. So mine was a 7-bedroom, 6-bath. This would be slightly larger than that. For $400 a month is what they've been renting now. So I just want to show a little bit. Really beautiful houses in a small little community. It's really cool. And then there's some nice houses back behind as well. And then there's also a small community over here. This is actually a pulperia right here. So there's a little place to recharge your phone, pick up drinks, do that kind of stuff. And yeah, always a lot going on in Nicaragua. Always more than you expect. Buenas tardes. All right. And then that is the sign for the Hotel Mariposa right there. What's interesting, they have another sign just before it that says it's 50 meters away, right in front of this one, and that one like wore out. This one says 100 meters. So at some point they decided it was a 50 meters farther away than they thought, or even more, because the other sign used to be first. I don't know. So it's a pretty beautiful day out here. So on Friday, the day that I'm actually recording this about, on the 13th, I managed to get up early. I just woke up on the early side, and I was like, it is such a nice day. I'm heading out to go for a walk. So I headed out, and I recorded this already for you guys, so you should see it by the time this is posting. But I went and did the walk above Los Altos de Veracruz. So if you go back and see the above Los Altos de Veracruz video, that is actually recorded this morning on the 13th. I believe it posted on the 9th. Boy, don't quote me on that. And it was just this beautiful walk. I had such a nice time out for a walk. My foot does hurt a little bit from it, but mostly feels pretty good. And so I did that for about an hour this morning, because I had a lot of phone calls I had to do, and they started pretty early this morning, and I just had to be on the phone starting at 9 o'clock. And I knew it was going to be one of those days. It was going to be really busy, and I couldn't leave my desk. So I jumped on the opportunity to go for this walk, and it was just the most beautiful morning walk and got me so excited. And I used my watch to track that walk for the first time with the Apple Watch as opposed to my Amazfit, and I really liked all the features that gave me. That worked really well. It was really, really nice. Oh, we're getting some really cute Buenas tardes. Really cute houses over here. Neat stuff. And make sure I'm not getting hit by a car. Ooh, fancy, wow. This is another one of those areas where when you drive by, because of the dark and the foliage and everything, you don't even realize there's anything here. You don't realize there's houses, you don't realize there's pulperias, you don't realize anything is here. And there's actually quite a bit. There's also a power line really close to my head. I'm sure that's just cable, but seriously. I'm gonna spin this a little bit because I want to show you a couple different things. So this is the Escuela Ciba right here. And this was not here when we first moved in. I think that's a house over there. And then this is the school. And this is actually a really high-end private school. And a lot of the expats recommend this. So if you're looking in this area and you're interested in private school options for your kids, this is one you definitely want to be checking out. I am homeschooling with my kids, so I don't have firsthand a lot of knowledge on that. And you can see like this whole area, really beautiful stuff that again, you fly by this area, the traffic moves fast, so you don't stop and see any of it. And you miss out and you don't even realize it's here. Now, Medina's, this just got built in the last few months. I've never walked past before. That's how new it is. And it's a new like supermart, mini mart has popped up over here. So all the usual stuff, snacks and drinks and some music, stuff for your car. It's a super mini. And they seem to have a bit going on here. Now this, I've not seen this at all yet. There's a beautiful lawn down there. They've got, there's a dog. They've got some swings. There's a place to go. We're gonna come over and look at this. You got a little parking lot here. You have this really nice lawn, nice swings. Look at all those spots to relax, spots to eat and drink. Let the kids run around. This is on the way to the beach, so you can imagine if they get signs that really make it clear that is here, it could be a nice spot. And they have, notice they have solar panels, right? That's very attractive, new solar panel stuff right there. So that's pretty cool that we have that going on there. I don't know what it's like. I've never stopped. Buenas tardes. And we have a small but really attractive little house over there. Very well manicured and kept up, and a neat something back behind. So pay attention, back behind, you've got a big wall with a giant gate. I have no idea what that is, but there's always these beautiful things nestled behind everything. It's just, oh, I love going for walks out here because, well, anywhere in Nicaragua, because you really get this impression when driving through, even when you've been here a long time. You get such an impression that there's so much, there's, you know, well, let's just look. There's a rundown, I mean, that's a barn, right? But it's an old rundown barn and it's for sale. Like, let's be fair, right? This is a small farm that's for sale. It's probably really, really cheap. There's the old rundown house that goes with it. There's the sign saying that it's for sale, right? So it's probably been here for 5 years or 10 years. Of course, it's gonna look rundown. Of course, it looks like nothing, right? And it is nothing for the most part, but it's probably a beautiful grounds, tons of opportunity to do something interesting. It probably was really nice at the time that it was in use, or fairly nice. And it's in a beautiful area across from lots of really nice things. And we bypass all this stuff. We see the rundown, we see the really small tiny houses, we see the really exposed poverty on the sides of the road, and we think, oh, you know, there's so much negative. And then you come out for a walk and yeah, that stuff's still here, but there's so much beautiful flowers and little parks and well manicured things and just activity going on everywhere, and these beautiful houses and estates and farms and parks and things just hidden everywhere, and so many thousands and thousands of houses that you could be like, wow, that could be my house. I would love to live there, but I'd also love to live there, and I'd love to live there. And like this one, another one you would fly by on the road. Is this anything to write home about? Is it no, it's nothing crazy, but it's got some beautiful gardens in there. It's got this beautiful gate. It's got a really cool walkway with stepstones, and there are many things. And you have this little shop across the street. men and women's clothing, children and more, drinks, food, snacks, everything, all in that little shop. This is like a park that I'm walking past. It's very interesting. So I did the walk above Los Altos this morning and went way out in the country and did some farmland walking, and that was really, really cool. And then was on the phone like the entire day, easily 6-7 hours. And then the moment I was done and I was like, okay, it's Friday, I think I'm actually done on the phone, I think I can actually escape, I ran out and did the walk that, again, you guys probably already saw. So again, small houses on this side of the road. I have to stop and show you everything everywhere I go, right? Because it's like the first time we're walking through, but this is so different than the city. And then this is real farmland here. Beautiful palm trees. Someone put in a lot of effort to make that look incredible. And you'll notice they're growing something else between the palm trees that's going to look fantastic. That is just a beautiful field, right? Going way back. Well, just a gorgeous spot we have here, right? Let's face it, for all my farming friends back home, you are jealous of this farm because it's really beautiful. All right. And that, in case it does not show up in the videos very well, but straight back behind that field, right there, it's clear as day standing here, but on the video, I think that the haze really makes it difficult to see, but there is a giant volcano sitting right there. I need to come out with one of the other cameras. The GoPro does not handle things in the distance well. It's really meant for kind of a medium actiony space, and things like that. I need to bring out like the Olympus and show you just how close these big volcanoes are and how beautiful they are. I love that we walk around and it's just always a volcano in the distance. So cool. So it's mostly fields to my right, and then on the left, it's this whole community along the road, right? Little houses, little shops for different things. So I took off and I went for this long walk, which has already been posted, I believe, on the 11th, so 2 days ago, out west about, I walked like 30 minutes out, turned around and walked back. It was such a nice walk. So altogether, I did about 5 miles today, which was fantastic. It's the first really long walks I've done in a long time. I feel really good. My foot doesn't really hurt too much. It was by night it was sore, but it was sore. It wasn't like pain. It was just, you could tell I had pushed it, but I hadn't damaged it. All right, let's see if you can see the volcano now, if this is any more clear up there in the distance. If it's not clear, imagine it, but it is a really, really large volcano out there over all that tropical vegetation. This is, in case you're not familiar, this is plantains right here. These are banana trees, and then those obviously palm trees, and then the open forest way in the back, but that is a plantation. Are those words related? I do not know. We are coming up on the Residencial Veracruz, which is bigger than you think. So the entrance that this sign is for is not the entrance that I've shown you already. It is the one I will be showing you sometime soon. This is the private girls' school, Colegio, out here. This is a high school. These beautiful grounds. I've never actually seen anyone come or go from here, but I've seen the buses around the city, so I'm sure it's an open, active school. I've just never seen any of the activity. It's beautiful grounds, like absolutely fantastic. I've never actually walked past, and it's gorgeous lawns, nice fences, there's statues in there, the buildings look really nice and well kept. That is a really, really nice facility that they have there. Now, this is private. This is the Colegio Teresa de Maria, fundado in 1951, founded in 1951. We're gonna get to see it in just a second, but before we do, this is the main entrance to Los Altos de Veracruz. This is not the gated entrance. This is the non-gated one, or at least I believe this is the entrance to it. If it's not, it's just before the entrance. And that's always a little bit confusing, but we're gonna come down here, we're gonna explore all of this. We also have this big pulperia on the corner. We're gonna get to know all these roads. I'm gonna make a point. This is Western Sutiava, so I'm really, really gonna be exploring that hardcore for you guys. We're gonna go on all the back streets and figure out where all these things are. But okay, let's take a look. Look at the size of this high school grounds here in the middle of the city, or sort of in the middle of the city. Look at this, we have this outbuilding over here. This whole like extra structure, all this like driveways, and this is all like really nice pavers. That is a beautiful school building. I mean, that is just gorgeous. If that was your high school or even your university, you'd be so proud to be like, look at this beautiful place that I went to school. Like, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Wow. And then this big, giant, beautiful boulevard on the other side. And then there's, of course, because there's a big school here, there is a bus stop. So you have this walkway that goes in. We're gonna get some more of this as we walk by since we're here. Nice quiet day. And then all these bus stops are busy, right? There's people waiting at all of them. And then we've got some more really nice houses across the way. Beautiful fences and gates and all the plants and who knows what hidden behind them. Buenas tardes. Ooh. So whatever this is here that we're looking at with this beautiful grass wall, that is for sale. I can't tell what's behind it. We saw just a tiny bit through the doorway, but it is, that outside definitely causes you to think there's a lot of potential. That is a beautiful spot at the very least. Probably something really nice inside of it. Okay, I gotta show this. I never get to have a topic or a conversation with you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted when I'm doing these walks because like this beautiful country lane just popped up and you can see more of the school grounds here. It's just absolutely beautiful. And then there's this cool house. I've seen this one a bit as we drive by. This one is unique enough that it grabs your attention as you drive by, so I know it's here because it's got this cool front glass wall, has the beautiful walkway on the side, and none of this is huge, but the outside stairway and the upper building and the different styles are very cute. This is just such an attractive, well-kept place. I really like it, and I love the types of bushes they have. They almost glow with the greens and yellows. And then this one, another fantastic house here. I really like this part of the city. Has just some really gorgeous places, right? Like this is just impressive. And they must have really good cell service here. And then this one. This one is the piece de resistance of the area. First of all, that is the Duolingo owls hanging out back there. But seriously, look at this place. Look at this huge driveway that dips down. That's a garage in the back. You drive through all this to go to the private garage. There's a doggy. I don't think the doggy would come with the place. There's another doggy. There's fountains. There are gardens. This is so nice. So nice. There's so many dogs. There has to be at least, so there's one inside we can see, and there's the one howling, and then the one that came up and barking. And then notice they have water features, so the water actually flows around the garden there. Like, this is really nice. Really, really, really nice. And then, now we've got a secret one. Something is behind. There's all these beautiful houses and then a secret wall. So you just know this has got to be something fantastic behind this well-kept wall. And then on the other side, we're just doing a tour, right? Sorry, that's what we're doing today. And I mean, really, my day was telling you about how awesome it is to go walking, and here we are walking. Another road going up. This has to be one of the roads of Los Altos de Veracruz because we haven't gotten to the other side of it yet. So this is part of that community at this point. And we just have this secret house over here. There's nothing really to see. You can see there is a house in there, but you'll have to look at a satellite if you want to know anything about it because I can't see a thing. So my whole day today was either just a lot of time on the phone or a lot of time out walking, enjoying just how beautiful it is here in Nicaragua and in a part of Nicaragua that no one thinks about, right? That's one of the exciting things is that, buenas tardes, is that this is like a back road for all intents and purposes. This is Nicaragua 14 heading west, yes, out to the beach, but you know, coming out of the secondary city, going out in the middle of nowhere, it's just the rolling countryside. And there's so much to offer, so much of interest, so much life, so much beauty. It's fantastic. So that is my Friday. Late this evening, I was tired after all the walking and everything. I spent a bit of time because I have a lot of videos to edit. So I had those going. And what I did today, is the first time I really had it done. I spent the whole morning videoing with one camera, and then I hooked it up and had it upload throughout the day. I recorded with the other. So I started with the 11, then did the 9. When the 11 was done uploading, I plugged in the 9 so it would upload. Then I took the 11 with me for the walk. So when the 9 was done, I hooked the 11 back up. So they staggered back and forth throughout the day. So it was just non-stop uploading of the videos. It takes a lot of work to make this show for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate how much goes into making this all happen. It's no little thing. So there's this part, I almost stepped over the, wow. Here, this is, you don't want to trip and fall into this ditch. All right. I hope you can see how deep this ditch is. That is significant. I don't think you would die. No, you could totally die. You would crack your head as you go down and it would break your neck. That is what would happen. So this isn't exactly a bridge, but because of how deep this is over here, for whatever reason, and it's like open fields over here, I have no idea. So those are people going to the beach. There's a bus going to the beach. So this really long railing along here, it's super identifiable, but no one really knows why it's here. It's because of this ditch. Now that is a beautiful house. I do know that this one is for sale. I don't know the details, but I have been told about it in the past. This is still Los Altos de Veracruz along here. So we're like walking along the edge of the Veracruz community this whole way for the last bit. And I think where you see the bus stopped up there is right about the end of Veracruz. But what another beautiful walk. So yeah, today is all about walking and getting out and enjoying Nicaragua. And my evening then was just uploading and doing videos and all that stuff for you guys. So thanks for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe. Get down in those comments, ask your questions, talk about, I need to get out and do more walking. It's gonna be coming, right? I feel good. I've been doing miles and miles and miles of walking. I'm loving using the Apple Watch for this. It's mapping where I go. I'm getting better at it. My foot is improving pretty rapidly. I have new footwear to make more walking possible. And in the very near future, I'm gonna be doing just more and more interesting, exciting, adventurous things. More city, more country, more villages, more off the beaten path, which is hard to believe given how off the beaten path this show already is, but we're gonna take off the beaten path to a whole new off beaten level. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. I need one to do all these walks. Seriously, people, I need coffee. You can go to the link. It'll be on the screen. It'll be in the description below, buymeacoffee.com/Scott Allen Miller. One of these days I'm going to get around to having merchandise, but I have no idea when. This is a reminder to Valentina we need to design merchandise. And share on social media. Tell your friends about the show. Know anyone who might be interested? This is the place to hang out. Talk about the show. I will see all of you tomorrow.